Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a update video here for Planet Zoo as Jens over here went ahead and announced the update 1.6 that is going to be coming to Planet Zoo on the 22nd of June and have a nice little bear emote there because we do have some discussion about the bears in this update there. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump right into what the Planet Zoo is unveiling for the 1.6 update coming on June 22nd there. So we have Heyo Zookeepers. Curious to hear what's coming to Planet Zoo? Then you're in the right place. We're very happy to share that free update 1.6 will be available to download and enjoy from the 22nd of June. As always, we're reading everything you share with us and working hard to include some of your most requested changes. In case you missed it, we shared about changes coming to the polar bear a couple weeks ago that will be in this update. Free update 1.6 will also bring custom audio speakers, habitat cameras, some deep swimming additions, Vista Points, expanded sandbox settings, and search options. Oh, search options, Vista Points, actually just about everything in there is like, wow. Read on to find out more details what will follow here. So cool, first one, let's see, we have the bear update. So we've got a few changes to bears for update 1.6. We know that the polar bear has been a long discussed topic for the Plan Zoo community, and we've done much more research into current holdings of polar bears to find a way to make them more viable picks for your zoo. You can read more about those changes in detail here. That just leads over to the June 3rd discussion about all the polar bears, just what they were just discussing there. Nice little behind the scenes interview and all that kind of fun stuff there. So if you want to read that, definitely check that out there. So cool. Alongside this, we're also adding deep swimming for multiple bears, including the polar bear, the grizzly bear, the Formosan black bear, and the sun bear. Be sure to research how you can create even better habitats for these wonderful creatures and get them swimming in June. Oh, look at that awesome picture there. Was that the grizzly? That looks so good. I love seeing that thing going through the water. So yeah, there's the 4 bears that we're gonna get there. The polar bear, grizzly bear, Formosan black bear, and the sun bear. So that's really cool. We only really knew about the polar bear for sure. So yeah, seeing these other 3 bears as well is really, really neat. So cool. That's gonna be a great addition to everyone's zoos. I can't wait to see the swimming bears in everyone's zoos, right? The underwater bear enclosure. So next up, really cool thing here, custom audio speakers. So we just had the custom billboards. Now we're gonna add in the custom audio as well. So custom audio for your speakers will arrive in free update 1.6. You'll be able to pick various speakers throughout your zoo and adjust what they play, create the perfect audioscape for your zoo. We provided a preset list of frontier tracks, but you'll also be able to add and select custom tracks and even mark some as favorites to reach them quickly if you know you'll be using them often. When you get your hands on this feature, be sure to experiment with the different types of speakers available to you, as there are different types of audio feel that will change how your choice of audio is output accordingly. Oh, interesting. Are you adding an ambient track for atmosphere or livening up a generic centric space? See which works for you. The audio formats that will be compatible are, and there they are as follows. All the pretty generic ones there, so cool. So yeah, no, custom audio is really, really great addition, whether you're doing custom like a soundtrack throughout your zoo, maybe in an African section you can pump in maybe some lion. I know like some zoos pump in like animal noises a little bit more than they would more naturally do, just to get guests kind of hearing what they sound like. So yeah, there's a bunch of different options you can do. I know some people want to do voiceovers for like implied habitats or exhibits and stuff like that. Welcome to the Bug House, presented by Citibank, stuff like that. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of options with custom audios and billboards combined that you can get going there. So really, really cool stuff. Speaking of cool stuff, those of you that are new to the Planet series there and haven't heard of Vista Points, yeah, you're going to be using these a lot. So the Planet Coaster veterans among you will know this one. Yes, we do. We're bringing Vista Points to Planet Zoo. With a Vista Point, you can help guide your guests to recommended location and directions to view your wonderful habitats and focal points in your zoo. While they will have default to the location you point them in, you can also use this to direct your guests to a specific focus as well, such as a piece of scenery you've created. Doing so will leave your guests feeling very appreciative of your efforts and reward them with a small happiness bonus when interacting with it. Oh, that's cool. So if you play with the guest happiness on, it'll actually make your guests happy to see that you've put some effort into building something really cool for them and stuff like that. So you can also set Vista Points to be looking at habitats, which will function differently than when set to scenery. While with scenery, they will look directly at the piece you've selected. Instead, it will provide a boost to the attractiveness of nearby viewing points and will tell you in its info panel panel if it's currently near any for the selected habitat. A Vista Point will help guide and direct your guests. However, if they find an easier to reach viewing point that is just as good before they get to one you want them to use, they are likely to stay where they are. Once you've got a good view already, you can't blame them. Yeah, right. With this great new tool at your disposal, your guests will be sure to see the very best that your zoo has to offer there. So yeah, really cool option, especially for those of you that build like implied exhibits. You know, if you use like ZZ or Drox or any of their implied like birds or, you know, any of the kind of in-game built stuff, and you never, you know, your guests always kind of walk by it or they don't really stare at it or anything like that, you know, you can kind of use the Vista Point to direct them to, you know, your bug exhibits or your implied exhibits that don't have actual animals in them or anything like that. So yeah, really cool function there. And again, we use this a bunch in Planet Coaster to really sell different areas of the park, different empty areas of the park, to really get guests to kind of move throughout it. So yeah, be sure to mess around with Vista Points because it is such a great addition to Planet Zoo. So cool. Timed scenario is the next thing here. So get ready to travel to Central America for our newest free timed scenario. This scenario has something a little different planned for you. Take charge of an animal sanctuary where you will receive new animals on a regular schedule in need of your care and attention. Some have even arrived before you, giving you a focus right away. The scenario is all about the animals you save and their welfare, as you'll see reflected in the requirements to complete it. For those who do, there's a chimpanzee statue waiting for you to claim as your prize. Cool, I've never really done the time scenarios, but you know that the chimpanzee statue is a prize. Maybe we'll check that out on the channel and try and get through the time scenario. Sounds really cool. They're focusing a lot on the animal welfare there for the animal sanctuary focus, so that's cool. This next bit, this looked really interesting. I never would have thought they would have put this in, but what a cool little addition. Habitat cameras and camera effects. A new feature we're adding will help you feel a bit closer to your animals in enclosures thanks to a new camera asset. To find this, go to Facilities, Media Devices, and Education Visual Media. These cameras can be placed and used however you like, although one of the best places for them is within a habitat. Once there, you'll be able to view the habitat using the camera itself, just like a webcam in a zoo in real life. Do you think they got this idea from Dan and his series he's been doing where he leaves his the camera going for like 8 hours a day just kind of staring at the zoo or staring at habitats? I wonder if they did. It sounds a lot like that. Much like in real life as well, Planconians love to see their favorites from home as well as at the zoo, so you'll be able to gain a small marketing bonus for up to 6 habitat cameras in your zoo, but they will need to be in range of your habitats for this to apply. They totally got this idea from Dan, didn't they? They should give Dan a plug. I'm calling it now. They got this idea from Dan and his little webcams watching his habitats from zoos that he did all day. That's awesome. We're also adding camera effects ranging from vignettes to various levels of warmth and cold, and night vision as well. You'll find a bespoke button in the UI for accessing this, and it will also provide access to a camera light too, which is especially great for getting those night vision shots looking just right. For those avid photographers here, these filters will also be maintained when using Ansel. We can't wait to see what your screenshots look like with these new tools. Yeah, that's really cool. And again, this just totally, I'm gonna reiterate, it totally sounds like Dan's idea that he's been doing for the last like few months there. So yeah, that's really cool. Nice little addition. And again, if you use Ansel, the effects will stay on and stuff. So cool. That's a nice little addition. Next up, animal trading changes. In free update 1.6, we're making a few changes to animal trading. This will include an increase in storage limit from 50 up to 200, as well as updates in the UI that will give you more information about each animal's trade status. We're also including search options. Finally, a basic search function, thank you. You'll also be able to search through your animal storage and use filters for which parameters you want to use. Are you looking for a specific genetic makeup that you know you've got somewhere? You can search for it. These search parameters will be saved per zoo, but can also be easily reset with the click of a button. Search will be available in the following places: Animal Management, Animal Market, Animal Storage, Exhibit Market, Exhibit Storage. Like, awesome. We finally get a search function in the game. Like, yay, applaud it for it, but it's like, finally, geez. So anyways, let's move on here. So staff management changes. In a previous update, we rolled out the staff management changes a little too fast, and so reverted this so we could work on them a little bit longer, but we're happy to be releasing them soon in update 1.6. These changes will create categories for each type of staff that you can toggle to be collapsed or not, and this will be remembered in each save, as well as the ability to use multi-select on your staff to adjust wages, set work zones, and much more. Oh, that's great. Like, I don't really mess with the staff, kind of because before this it was annoying as heck if you had, like, you know, 20 to 30 janitors. You have to go through each individual one and train them. Oh, it was annoying. These changes will help those of you with your bigger zoos have a much easier time managing all of your diligence. Yes, thank you. So they're, again, like these changes are really cool, but they're kind of like basic, like, yeah, that's cool. You should have had this at the get-go there. Continue your zoo in campaign scenarios. Many zookeepers have shared how they would love to continue the zoos they create in career scenarios, so we've added a small change. Once a player achieves gold in a career scenario, a new fanfare will pop up to inform you that the animal exchange will start to populate with all available animals. This means you can continue to play your career scenario park that you've built up and love without set limitations on which species will appear. Oh, that's kind of neat. So those of you that do campaign, you'll probably like that change there. Next up, expanded sandbox settings. This sounds really cool. Like, this was really unexpected. Last but not least, we're introducing a whole new host of sandbox options. These options will give you even more control over your sandbox zoos, as well as let you organize which zoo has which options enabled. Sandbox will now be receiving new preset selections for you to either emulate another mode or save your favorite custom settings. These will be available in default preset, creative preset, challenge preset, and save custom preset. The settings you use for each zoo will be saved to that specific zoo, meaning you can have a different setup for every zoo if you would like to. If you found your dream sandbox settings, however, you can use the Save Custom Preset option to save those and apply them to any other zoo you build up as well. So that you can prepare your sandbox zoos for these new options, check out the list of what we're adding below. So for the social welfare, you can enable social groups, enable overcrowding, enable animal stress, enable animal fights, enable animal predation and fear. Habitat welfare, you can turn on water cleanliness, animal defecation, animal temperature needs, animal terrain needs, animal plant needs, hard shelter, food spoiling, and general welfare. You can enable escapes, guest settings, enable guest fleeing, negative effect of guest facilities on guest happiness, and enable pickpocketing. So yeah, you can leave these things on or off, so you can kind of just deal with certain aspects of the game, it sounds like. So that's really cool. Just kind of the more options we get for sandbox, I know the more that people will definitely mess around and play with it to, like they were saying, just get your perfect kind of options that you'd like for whatever kind of zoo that you're building. So yeah, if you're doing, like, I know a lot of people are doing like animal sanctuaries right now. So if you really want to mess with the animal sanctuary with all the animal welfare and stuff, you can keep that on, but you don't want to mess with the guests, you can turn that off. So yeah, just really cool to give us more options is always a great thing in a sandbox setting. So very nice. And so let's see here. We hope you're looking forward to these changes. This update will come with other tweaks and bug fixes, which we'll have a full list of patch notes to share with you when we release it, and we'll have more to share with you very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. So yeah, really good stuff there coming from the Planet Zoo team. A lot of great additions. Some of them unexpected, some of them expected, right? But, still, it's really great to see. And again, it's not too far away. What is it, June 22nd? So it's June 14th now. So what is that? Just a little over a week away. So, and usually, we're going to speculate a little bit here, but you can usually follow the breadcrumbs to the trail and everything. Usually after an announcement or an update is announced, we usually get that elusive DLC announcement as well. And I know that people have looked at the Steam database and have seen a new DLC has been uploaded there, and there was also the leak of the Africa pack and stuff a few months back as well. So it sounds like we're in the perfect concoction, the perfect storm here for a new Planet Zoo DLC to be announced here again. Go all the way down. Very soon. So maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I'm thinking this week, though. It would seem like this week we would definitely hear about a new DLC. But regardless there, we do have the official announcement here of the 1.6 update with all the bears that are going to start swimming. I can't wait to see everyone's updated bear enclosures to start seeing these things underwater and everything. I'm sure everyone's going to go back through and make underwater viewing areas for their bears, aren't they? So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to hear some of the custom audio speakers. We'll have to maybe put that as a section in our community showcase if you have custom, maybe a custom spiel or, just custom audio that you like to upload. Can't wait to see what people are going to do with that. It's really going to put a whole new spin on everyone's zoos to really make them feel more custom and feel like more your own and everything. Can't wait to see what the Planet Zoo people who've never messed with Vista Points, see what y'all think of Vista Points, because again, they are really cool, especially again for those of you that are making implied exhibits, or yeah, if you have exhibits that you already have built or habitats you already have built and no one goes to a certain area. You can plop a Vista Point down, select the elephant for the Vista Point, and then people, oh hey, I can go and look at the elephant from up there as well. So yeah, really cool stuff there. Yeah, didn't expect these filters for the cameras, but I think putting on the like the night vision and other kind of vignettes and stuff like that, that's pretty cool addition and stuff like that. So yeah, really cool stuff coming with this update. Definitely looks like a big chunky update. So yeah, let me know, what is your most excited bit for the update? What are you most excited for there? Do you think that we're gonna have that DLC announced? When do you think? Actually, you know, it's a matter of when, right? Not if. So when do you think we're gonna get the DLC announced? And yeah, what do you think that DLC will be? So hey, really cool stuff there, and we're gonna be covering all of it and definitely showing it off when we can, whenever it becomes available and everything. So yeah, if this is your first time hanging out with the channel, don't forget, hit the subscribe button there, stay up to date with all the fun Planet Zoo stuff, and also hit the like button. Helps out the channel, helps out the video as well there. So hey, thanks so much everyone for hanging out. Always do appreciate it, and until the next Planet Zoo update video, y'all have a good one.